Good morning, third grade. Today is our last review day for math for third grade, so this is awesome. Today we decided to end with geometry. A lot of you liked shapes and so forth. So we're just going to go over a little vocabulary, and your learning target is to be identify quadrilaterals like rectangles, parallelograms, squares, rhombuses by their characteristics. So here's a little anchor chart. It's going to be attached at the end of this assignment. Quadrilateral is a polygon. Polygon is a closed shape. So a polygon with four sides. There's some examples. A rectangle is a parallelogram. Oh, let's go to parallelogram first. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides parallel. Now remember, parallel means they'll never touch. They go on the same track forever and ever and ever. So parallelograms, you have both sets of sides never meet. And a parallelogram can be one of those funky ones that goes to the side, sort of, but as long as they don't ever touch, the corners don't have to be square corners. And so a rectangle is a parallelogram, but it also has to have four right angles. A right angle, remember, is that square angle that meets at 90 degrees. And a part of a rectangle could be a square. A square is a rectangle with four sides that are the same length. So it meets that idea of being a parallelogram. It meets the idea of having four sides. It meets the idea of having four right angles, but this one has all the same length. So a square can be a rectangle, but a rectangle does not necessarily have to be a square. And a rhombus is a parallelogram with four equal sides. So what's missing there is there doesn't have to be a right angle. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. All right, so following that, let's go back to some review before you go over to Think Central. So if you have some paper, you can do some work before me and try to beat me to the answers if you'd like. So the first one says circle the figures that are parallelograms. So remember, parallelograms have to have both sides that follow through. So that's definitely a parallelogram. That's definitely not a parallelogram because those are going to meet. Right, these two opposite sides. Yep, that's a parallelogram. Here, this one's a tricky one. Well, these sides are, but these sides eventually will go zoop and meet each other. So that one's not one. In fact, that's what we call a trapezoid. And then here we go is a rectangle. And so a rectangle has two, yep, that's a parallelogram. All right, so are all squares rectangles? Well, let's see. They have, according to my definition here, rectangles are a parallelogram with four right angles. So yes, they are. Or actually, sorry, that was a true or false. True. All parallelograms are squares. No. All quadrilaterals are parallelograms. No. Because a quadrilateral just has to have four sides. It doesn't have to be parallel. The opposite sides of a square are always parallel. Yes, true. All right. Oh, so these were false, false, and true. All right. Circle all the words that describe this figure. So is that figure a square? It is not. Is it a rectangle? Yes. Two sets of equal sides across from each other, parallel, right angles. Parallelogram? Yes, because a rectangle has to be a parallelogram. And is it a quadrilateral? Well, yes, it has four sides, and a parallelogram has to be a quadrilateral. So if it's a parallelogram, it's a quadrilateral. Okay, so now we look here. Is it a parallelogram? Well, this side is parallel to this side, but those are not, so it is not. Is it a quadrilateral? It has to have four sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, sure is. Rectangle. Nope, because this side is not parallel to this side. So nope. Trapezoid. Ooh, there we go. So this side is parallel to this side. So it's exactly one set of parallel sides. Yes, it's a trapezoid. All right, now this next one. This one's a tricky one. Is it a rectangle? 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Four sides, the opposite sides match. Four parallel, yep, and then right angles, yep, it's a rectangle. Is it a parallelogram? Yes, because if it's a rectangle, it's a parallelogram. Quadrilateral, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, sure is. Is it a rhombus? So remember what made a rhombus is it's a parallelogram with four equal sides. So it is a parallelogram and it has four equal sides. All right, last ones we're going to go through. I'm try to make this video a little shorter today. We're just going to do a couple of these. Remember, we had a little check marks. So for this one, for this figure here, it says, is it a quadrilateral? How many sides does a quadrilateral have? 4. There we go. Is it a parallelogram? Opposite sides parallel. Yes. Is it a rhombus or is a parallelogram with 4 equal sides? Oh, nope, that is not. Is it a rectangle? Well, it has 4 sides. Those sides match. They are parallel. Oh, but it has to have 4 right angles, so it's not a rectangle. So if it's not a rectangle, can it be a square? No, it can't. So there's those two. So here, is it quadrilateral? 1, 2, 3, 4. Quadrilateral has 4 sides. Is it a parallelogram? This side is parallel to this side, but are those two? No, so it's not that one. Is it a rhombus? No, because a rhombus is a parallelogram. Is it a rectangle? Doesn't look like right angles, so no. Is it a trapezoid? Well, it does have one set of parallel sides, does not have the other one, so yes, it's a trapezoid. All right, this one. All right, quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Is it a parallelogram? Boom, 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 boom. Yep, sure is. Is it a rhombus? All the sides are equal? Yep. Is it a rectangle? Well, let's see. 4 sides, parallel sides, opposite, right angle. Yep, it's a rectangle. And is it a square? Yes, it is. All the sides are squares. All right, all the sides are equal. All right, let's look at this one. So now, does it matter if it's this way or even this way? No, you got to look at the sides. Doesn't matter if it's tipped or not. Quadrilateral, 4-sided. Yep. Is it a parallelogram? Opposite sides. Yep. Is it a rhombus? Are all 4 sides equal? No. Is it a rectangle? Well, let's see. All the opposite sides are parallel, right angles. Yep. Is it a square? Does it have 4 equal sides? No, so it's not a square. All right, last one here. We'll pick a weird one. So quadrilateral, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, quadrilateral. Is it a parallelogram? Nope, not equal sides. Is it a rhombus? Parallelogram, parallel sides? Nope. Rhombus, equal sides? Nope. Rectangle, right angles? Oh, no. Square. Oh, definitely not a square. All right, so this one is just a quadrilateral. All right, so based on what we've learned and you looking again at the anchor chart, you can go and answer some questions on Think Central. Today is review lesson May 5th. All right, friends. This is the last math one. Yay! Everybody do a little special dance if you want. We will do some math things next week, but they won't be on Think Central, and they'll be fun. All right. See you guys next week.